Hello everyone, myself Jinesha Sabadra along with Khushi Chatani from Vidya International School of 10th grade. Today we are with Dr. Karishma Sonawane ma'am, who is MBBS MD. She has done her MBBS in Thane and her MD in DJ Medical College Pune. She taught in her college and along with it she had done fellowship in 2D Eco. So ma'am, with regards, we have got opportunity to interview you. So my first question to you is, from where you have completed your schooling?
Hello everybody. I'm basically born and brought up in Nasik, so my schooling is done in Nasik itself. So my primary and secondary school was Adarsh High School, which is situated in Nasik.
Ma'am, what were different school activities which impacted your career?
I always wanted to be like monitor of my classes. In sports, if you ask me, I used to play Kho and I used to be the captain there also. So that's all in schools. Not very sports friendly actually.
Ma'am, so do you had any childhood hobbies?
Hobbies I actually very fond of dancing and acting. I wanted to pursue my career when I was a child in dancing itself. मला माधुरी दीक्षित बनायचं होतं when I was in school. And yes, I love to dance and act.
But now, do you give sufficient amount of time to your hobbies?
Throughout my education, throughout my UG, my MBBS, we used to have our cultural days, cultural fest. Like it is about a month when you go in colleges. So I used to perform in each and every cultural activity of my college. I used to dance, I used to act. I had participated in dramas also. And yes.
That's great. Ma'am, as you said, you were good in dancing, but at what stage of your life you decided to go for this field?
This field, actually, as we all grow up, you get that maturity, right? You start learning many things, you start observing other persons around you, and then automatically as maturity comes, you try to be focused on your career. So like around 12, 13 years of your life, you become very focused because of the peer pressure, because of your teachers who constantly keeps guiding you and everything. So yeah, after like around my 7th, 8th standard, it was like dancing is not something which I can pursue as my career, but maybe doctor or engineer, like science field was more attractive to me that time, and I was willing for that only around.
So ma'am, do you have any role model, or I mean to say is, do you admire someone?
Like role model, actually I believe to follow the person to whom I can relate easily. Yeah. Like when I was a child, my role model was my father, because he belongs to a farmer family and from a small village, and he was a civil engineer in he took his graduation in 1981. That was like those circumstances were not those comfortable to him to get that degree, but he did that. So that was always fascinating me that he did it. So now I am in a better position to achieve better goals, right? Then afterwards, my elder sister, she is also a doctor, and because of her, I think it developed my interest more towards medicine, because she used to tell me, today we dissected brain, we dissected liver, I hold liver in my hand, and we are having our cultural fest and I am enjoying as well, and what are the different opportunities after that, and what are the career options in medicine also itself. So that was always encouraging me, like and because of, I think then she was my role model. And now I got married, and my father-in-law is a MS surgeon. So he's been practicing in Yevla since last 35 years, and now I am been practicing with him since last 6 months, you can say. But the way he practices his all preparations during his operation theater work, and his attitude towards patient is so nice that I would always dream of being a consultant like him in future.
Ma'am, do you had any fears for dissection at the time of dissection?
Of course, I do remember my first day of my MBBS. Actually, I met with an accident just a day prior to first day of my college. So I was having fracture hand. I was having cast and everything, and I was 8 days late than other batch. So I do remember my first day. I was just moving. Anatomy is the first year subject, and you have to. They just teach you basics regarding human body and human organs. Everything you're given a dead body, and you have to search yourself like what is the structure, how is it related, and everything. So that is we call dissection, right? So I do remember my dissection hall. There were 6 bodies kept, and I'm just entering inside, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is what MBBS is." And then that is for 2 to 5 minutes. Once you just go inside and you just uh, ultimately it's your interest. No, you know you are here for this only, and I had that idea, but fear, of course, fear was there for first 5 minutes.
Do you have experienced some conflicts while coming up to this stage?
Actually, my parents were very supportive to me, right? And coming up to this stage, what matters is whatever I have done it through merit. During schooling, after that getting into college, it was all on merit basis. So I tried hard in 10th standard because I knew that on 10th standards marks, it is going to decide my stream. So whether it's science, whether it's arts, even if I'm willing for science, but if I don't get marks to qualify that, then there is no use of dreaming those branches, right? So yes, my the motivation which is there was because of my parents, because of my teachers. Then I scored good in 10th. Then I went into 11th, 12th. Then there I realized that no, biology is something which gives goosebumps to me, and I want to learn much about like in biology and in medical field. So that time it wasn't decided that I want to do MBBS only. I wanted to do something with biology because that time in 11th standard, what else you can expect, right? So in 11th and 12th, the first day of my 11th standard, I went to a private coaching classes. Everybody goes nowadays. So there was a sir who told us cell structure in detail and so interestingly. So that was like no, that developed interest for biology in me. So after that, again I aim for MBBS only after that. And then I started working for the same. So action, aim, positive thoughts, everything, and what is required is hard work. Used to attend classes, attend colleges, attend your extracurricular activities, and then you have to manage in competitive world. So you need to be very focused and hard work. So that is what is important. So somehow then I cracked 12th standard. We had CET that time. There was no NEET. There was an exam for Maharashtra state at our times, like. So I cracked that, and then in government college, I got into for MBBS. And then after that conflict was leaving your home, leaving your personal space where you have been raised for 16 to 18 years, like years, and then you need to go to some other city. Actually, it was Mumbai for me. So that was again thunderstorm, and we can see in our life. But that is again for a month. You get that time, and then you become used to it. And after that, food, mess wala khana. So that is all. And then again, the exam related stress and all college related, what is that is all conflicts. And yeah, what a competitive, exams related stress is that's the only thing I think has conflicted me. Otherwise, it was all good for me. And I was very clear about my aims. So I was working for it since beginning. So I wanted to get my post graduation done. So once I entered in my MBBS, I was quite clear about it that I won't be satisfied with MBBS undergraduation only. I will be doing post graduation. So I started preparing for post graduation exam in second year itself. You're getting me? So it became easy for me because of all such things.
So, ma'am, on the occasion of Women's Day, what do you think a woman should do for being independent?
I think women are independent nowadays. That era has been gone, I feel. Now there is, I don't think any sector remaining where women have not shown their capability. And yes, there's nothing possible unless you do it. But you have to dream high, you have to aim high, and you have to take efforts to achieve that. Okay, and it's nothing like women or men, I feel. Be it physical or mental or social, nowadays everything is coming in equality. So we should not consider ourselves as women and we are on the back foot than men. It's not like that. So be it a president of our nation or be it this house a wife who is handling house chore. So everywhere women have achieved good success. So yes, believe in yourself.
Ma'am, do you have any message for our girls out there who are pursuing for medical field?
Girls pursuing for medical field, first of all you should have interest for it. It should not be like that someone is forcing you and that's why you are going into that field. Medical field itself is a time consuming field, and you need to be very well mentally as well as physically fit for that. You need to handle that stress. There is called emergency. You need to be 24 by 7 active. You should have personal interest in that. Then and then only you can pursue it. Studies, of course, it is difficult. You have to work very hard. MBBS is, yes, there are big books, and of course you have to work very hard. But as I said, nothing is impossible. Just be focused. Nowadays, NEET is there, so many nowadays it is easier to crack, I think, such exams because of your online coaching classes and everything. But if you like it, it is time consuming, but at last it's a noble profession, right? So it gives you satisfaction of treating a patient in a good way, like that, because that is the, I think, a main reason of this profession. You need to be very, clear, very thoughtful in your actions. And yeah, you cannot give a second thought. Life is there. If you want to save them, you have to be very sharp, prompt, active. So unless you are interested, you are that capable, then only go for it. And hard work is the key to success in any field, rather, not only in medical, but you have to work very hard. Because it's not only regarding undergraduation. You have to go post graduation, and there are MCH and many other lot of things like super speciality also. So there is no end anywhere. So first, I feel you should go somewhere in hospitals like that. You should feel what like consultants are doing and what you're supposed to do in that. The book is the different thing. Reading books and gaining knowledge is a different thing, but practicing it in a day-to-day life is something which is very difficult. So I just tell them all that you be through it, and if you are interested in it, go for it. It's a very fantastic branch. It's very fascinating branch, and it gives you satisfaction as it's a noble profession.
Ma'am, thank you for the motivation you gave. Thank you so much for giving a special time on a special occasion. Yeah. I had such a great time with you.
Same here.
Thank you. Dr. Karishma Sonawane ma'am, who gave us precious time and a lot of motivation for every and each student pursuing the medical field. Thank you ma'am for your precious time.